Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Triangle Strategy and we're finishing up Chapter 12 right now. We just finished another crappy map in the Roselle Village, and if I never have to go back to the Roselle Village ever again, I'll be very happy. So hopefully, actually there's probably at least one more time that we'll have to go back there, but we'll see, I guess. Alright, at the Ministry of Medicine, Lila informs someone of the Holy One's orders. I think we've seen this scene with Milo.
The Holy One has ordered for us to deliver our Elfric to House Wolfort.
Yep.
And here I thought your research results to be top secret. What a curious turn of events.
Perhaps the Hierophant determined it a good chance to test them in the field. They could easily sink an Frosty's ship or two.
And yet I see not a trace of a smile on you.
I never wanted to build weapons for war.
Yet you don't think twice about toying with human life. How ironic.
That's really funny to hear now that we know what Elfric is made of, which is the dead bodies of the Roselle. So yeah.
How dare you!
Have a wonderful day.
The audacity of Edor's dog.
Alright, a missive arrives from Sycris, alerting Gustadoth of dangers back home.
Are you certain it's wise to return to Esfrost alone, Your Grace? You are needed here.
If Sycris's missive is to be believed, I'm afraid matters are far too grave to be left to anyone else. Svarog's deception is nearing its climax. His ill-gotten profits are being used to build a weapon of untold destructive power.
Our anonymous source from the manufactory hinted at as much. Svarog is bold to have carried out his plan this far.
We mustn't forget the matter of the explosion sighted in the Wolford domain. We must make his precious death knell ours, and soon.
Death knell? What's that?
Let the adults speak, my dear.
If we're to be wed, then there should be trust between us. How long do you intend on treating me like a child?
Very well. Tell her, Thalos.
If you insist, brother. This weapon combines the powerful explosives developed by Dragan with Esfrost's mastery of steelcraft. Although yet to be tested, this cannon is said to have the power to breach even Hyzon's walls. The goddess's shield would buckle under a single blast.
But the shield is impregnable.
I have heard nothing of this. Do you think so little of your general?
A general is to win me victory, as and when I command it.
Svarog's intent isn't to bring Hyzant to heel, however. He means to use the cannon against Brother. But the fool was so blinded by ambition that he never saw the strings guiding his every deed.
Fool that he may be, he served his purpose well. The cannon could not have been made without his engineers and Dragan's research. He will die secure in the knowledge that his bloodline contributed to the glory of Esfrost. Sadly, he shall not live to see his work completed. With it, we shall do what our forebears could not. The goddess's shield shall yield before Esfrost's might and ingenuity.
So we would have gotten more stuff with like Sycris, or not Sycris, but with his brother, like we did in the other route. When we were smuggling salt, we kind of ran into them.
If we can even approach the walls, brother, the trade embargo will ensure that Hyzant is especially wary of our actions.
On the contrary, their focus will turn inward. With naught else to leverage their influence with, they will take measures to see that none of their precious salt escapes their borders. There may be some gnashing of teeth, to be sure, but it will only be in an attempt to hide their inner turmoil. Erica, muster a force and march to the Hierophant's palace at once. Deliver to Hyzant my final demands.
As you wish, brother. I shall gather what news I can of the Saintly Seven's machinations.
Thalas, you will remain in Glenbrook. Conduct yourself as if I had never left.
You hardly need ask, brother.
That is all. Now go.
Even his own flesh and blood are but tools to be used and then discarded when their purpose is served.
He has faith only in himself. Such has ever been his way.
Best girls in the same room together. Being badasses. Serenoa and Roland, plan in hand, attend the Congress of Saints.
Now, let us commence the Congress of Saints. I believe Minister Serenoa had an issue to bring to the collective.
Thank you, Minister Idor. It concerns the trade embargo. This is a plain show of aggression from Esfrost. They mean to weaken us before they strike. That is why we must crush them before they do. I would ask for my pleas to be heard by the goddess.
This is not a matter to be taken lightly, my lord.
Esfrost's declaration was a surprise, to be sure.
But without salt, Esfrost's people will suffer. If they refuse trade, we shall oblige them until they see reason. Let them have their futile posturing.
Apologies for my boldness, but I must urge you to treat this situation with gravity. The Archduke is no fool. There is doubtless an ulterior motive behind this embargo.
Is that so? Such as?
I believe his aim is to crush his enemies in one swift assault, just as in the Saltiron War.
Esfrost's army would again stoop to such skullduggery? As if our memories are so short. Esfrost and Glenbrook tried the same, at once declaring war and attacking our sacred city. But history remembers their failure.
They sacrificed their honor in vain, as their assault proved impotent against the goddess's shield. Defeat quickly followed.
Indeed, and Gustadolf's memory is as long as anyone's. He would not try again, unless he had a means to bypass the goddess's shield, which I believe now he has.
You cannot mean. They're explosives. The very technology researched by Dragan to aid in mining. I had never considered it could be used in warfare, but the idea is not beyond imagining.
I see. It is clear that to ignore this possibility would be folly. What measure would you suggest we take, Minister Serenoa?
I would bring the fight to Esfrost. Strike first while their plan is yet in its infancy. The Archduke is bold because he commands the strength of Glenbrook. If the Wolfort forces were to take the capital, he would lose that foothold and be forced to retreat. All I require is the leave of the Holy One.
A daring plan, Minister Serenoa. Let us suppose you did win back Glenbrook. Who then would rule over its people? Will you leave Cordelia, assuming she still lives, to sit on the throne as queen?
All reports indicate she is naught but a puppet of Esfrost. We would suffer her rule at her own peril.
And if House Wolfort were to assume the throne, they would be decried as usurpers.
A troubling complication indeed.
Well, funny that. We might have a solution.
I believe I can present your solution. For you see, the second Prince of Glenbrook yet lives. And he stands before you now.
Impossible. Esfrost trumpets your death across the realm.
Another deception, it would seem. There can be no mistaking those features.
I shall take the seat of power in Glenbrook and pledge allegiance to Hyzant.
Oh, would that every Council of the Seven were this eventful. For the Prince of Glenbrook to drive Esfrost from his ancestral home, I can imagine no greater justice. But what do you make of this, Your Holiness? Do you find Lord Wolfort's proposition to be a wise one?
If there's actually somebody in that damn tent, they must lead the most boring, awful life.
Understood, Your Holiness. Lord Wolfort, Prince Roland, the goddess has hearkened to your plea and has passed down her judgment. You are to have the full support of Hyzant and her people. Lay Esfrost low and drive back the discord that threatens to engulf Nozelia. If there is aught you require, you need only ask. Her servants are at your complete disposal. Grand Constable Roland, Lord Wolfort of the Seven, walk with courage and smite thine enemies. The goddess shall be at your back.
We shall bring her glory.
For Hyzant.
There is much preparation to be done. Together, we shall bring an end to Esfrost's hubris.
Okay. Chapter 12 is done, it looks like. We're probably going to be jumping forward soon.
Esfrost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzant. Gustadolf sends Erica to Hyzant to deliver his ultimatum, and dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase the pressure on the Holy State. Hyzant, under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolfort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation. Softly but surely, Nozelia descends into war once more.
Our time has come. Chapter 13.
Those are the Archduke's wishes. I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer. Come to think of it, I heard that Wolfort was added to your saintly ranks. Where might he be?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. The dealings of the Saintly Seven are our business, and ours alone.
How disappointing. I had hoped to congratulate him on his promotion.
That wretched woman. Those are hardly wishes.
Esfrost all but demands us open the source to restore our diplomatic relations.
The Duchy fears neither a lack of salt nor the goddess's shield. We can assume they have a plan in mind.
Then this was no more than a ploy to stall for time. We had best expedite House Wolfort's plans to take the capital. Minister Exheim, send word to Minister Serenoa.
Okay, so Milo's going to be joining us here. And our next choice is going to be how we use Elfric.
You wish to lend us Hyzant's new weapon?
Okay, so we're going to be jumping forward a little bit. I'm going to start skipping some of this stuff until we get to the point where we make the choice. So I'll see you all real soon. Basically, what's going to happen now is Milo's going to join us. We're going to get Elfric, and there's only probably going to be a couple more scenes before we make our choice on whether we're going to blow up the dam or the bridge, or I can't remember what the other option was. There were 3 options. I think the boats. So it was the bridge, the boats, or the dam. So, yeah, we'll see you in a minute. All right, and we're back. So we're ready to make our choice. Now, I did a couple of things off screen. I did I did a little bit of grinding for money in Field of Greed. I did Field of Greed 3 times, and I did that so that I could buy all of these extra large HP recovery pellets, the large range HP recovery pellets, a Panacea pellet. I think I bought a couple cure-alls. I bought a few of these large fire stones, ice stones, thunderstones, and windstones. And most importantly, I bought all of the available superior upgrade items. So yeah, I did a little bit of grinding, so we did that 3 times. Also, during this explore, I did find 2 items in this house. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, that's what we've done. So I'm gonna go to the encampment because I also bought the remaining promotion items, and I think I only had 2 of them, but we have 2 people that we can do promotions for. So just so you can see this, I bought all the rest of these Metal of Valor, so you can see that I have 2 of them on hand now. Alright, so let's figure out who we're gonna promote. I think it's gonna be you.
Reckon I'm better than Pa now.
No honor. And let's see, maybe Jens? What is Jens's ability? Increase your movement for 1 turn at max HP. It's such a weird one. I don't feel like it's very valuable, but hey, you know what? Like, sometimes he's an opener, right? There's been many maps where we open with him throwing down a ladder, and I think that that's what that's built for. Eventually everybody will be upgraded, but we're just gonna go with the people who we end up putting on maps a lot.
I should have some faith in myself,
because they also
right?
get stat bonuses. So I think the next person who's gonna get it is probably gonna be you. Then probably you, Groma. And then these 3, who I don't use nearly as often. And are still behind in levels. We need to keep working on that. Alright, let's see who we need to get weapon upgrades for. Now, I think that you... Yeah, I don't know. Definitely you. Meteorite fragment, okay. Meteorite and eternal resin. And I could do 1 more if I wanted to. Lion's Heart. Oh yeah, we need money for that. Okay, well, we'll do that later. Since we've spent all of our money, we won't be doing any upgrades, but we'll be doing those soon. With that being the case, I've already finished exploring this area, so we just need to go and convince people. So the question is which one are we going to do? I think in this route, man, let's do the bad one. Let's do the bad one. We've made lots of choices that have been pretty bad in this run through, and we're going to do another one. Destroy the dam and wash away the troops in the Crown City. I feel like this one does the most long-term damage to the Crown City and is the worst option. So we're going to do it in this route. Yeah, let's just see what happens there. So we're going to destroy the dam. Okay, so Frederica, let's start with you. Serenoa, do you truly think flooding the Crown City is the best way forward? We cannot afford to lose this battle, and to do so we must be willing to make sacrifices. I understand that this battle is important to revive both House Wolfort and Glenbrook, I do. But the people will be the ones to pay the price for victory.
Yes.
Might I ask you one more thing, Serenoa? I still find it difficult to agree with Benedict's plan. If victory is our goal, would Prince Roland's not suffice? Yeah, that's true. The bottom one. Sneaking in would put Roland in great danger. If we were to fall, our fight would lose its meaning. I like both of those options, to be honest with you. Prince Roland is indeed our cause for reclaiming the Crown City. I would hate for anything to happen to him. I know that we must take back Glenbrook and from Esfrost, I do, but even so...
What should we do?
At the very least, I now know where you stand, Serenoa. Okay, I don't know if we convinced her. Probably not. Alright. Yep, we do need to convince you. I see. I admit I am curious as to why you would choose Benedict's plan. Okay, I don't think fear is the right route to present to Gila. The damages will be great, but it is the most certain way to cull the Esfrosty forces. We can then claim victory without the need for a drawn-out battle.
Uh-huh.
Indeed, no army is so great that it can stop a flood. It is our surest path to victory. Even if the Crown City itself sustains heavy damages, we can minimize the harm to the citizens if we end the fight swiftly.
I require some time to think.
I understand that Benedict's plan is the most effective of the three, but we must ask ourselves what must be sacrificed in exchange. Okay. Do it. Lord Serenoa, you think Benedict's plan to be our best option? His plan puts Roland in a safer position than the others. He is the reason we fight, and we must protect him at all costs. I think that's the right call with you. I share your concerns, Lord Serenoa. If we were met with General Evlora in the castle, I am almost certain Prince Roland would want to strike her down then and there. I would do everything in my power to protect him, of course, but we cannot be sure how that would end. Perhaps it is best we take a less direct approach. It is clear that Benedict's plan came from the mind of a great tactician.
However,
but I still find it hard to support him in light of the damages that it will do to both the city and its people. Yeah, maybe this top one. There is a chance the Duchy has heard about the tunnels from Queen Cordelia. No, there is no way Her Majesty would divulge such precious secrets to the enemy. I am not saying she has, merely that it is a possibility. She has been alone for so long with the enemy, there is no telling what she is thinking now.
Truly?
I suppose you're right. Nothing is certain in war. We had best prepare ourselves for the worst.
I don't know what to do.
This decision will not be easily made, I'm afraid. Okay. You're undecided?
Aye, lad.
So So you agree with Benedict's plan too, eh? What made up your mind? There are few soldiers guarding the reservoir, making his strategy more likely to succeed than the others. We must choose a plan that gives us the highest chance of victory.
You're onto something.
Aye, we already know as much from our scout. There ain't no one out there that can stop the flood. There's no doubt in my mind that we can win this strategy. Damages will be heavy for sure, but if we don't win, Esfrost will just keep digging its iron claws deeper and deeper into the city. And drastic times call for drastic measures. When the war's finally over, we ought to reward both the people and soldiers as best we can.
I've made up my mind.
We can't afford to lose this battle, and it's clear to me which path will lead us to certain victory. Okay, you're the last one.
Say.
Flooding the city will leave the people with nowhere to live, and Frederica's plan hinges on how the enemy responds. We can win if we sneak into the castle and slay the Esfrosty commanders. Only Cordelia and I are privy to the secret passages. Destroying the dam will damage the crown city. As someone whose duty is to protect this kingdom, there is no way I could agree to such recklessness. Okay, it can be fixed. Hyzant provides aid. I like both of these. Let's go with the middle. There will be damages, but all that can be fixed once we reclaim the kingdom, and this plan will give us our best chance of doing that. Hyzant will provide aid to the citizens. This is a battle we cannot afford to lose. I know that more than anyone. Benedict's plan gives us our greatest chance of success, but the damages will be too great. Even with Hyzant's help, we wouldn't be able to save everyone, and I refuse to believe that I must sacrifice my people to save my kingdom.
However,
you've made it clear where you stand, my friend. Okay. I don't know how many people we convinced in this one, but we honestly don't need too many people to come to our side, so let's commence the vote.
It is time to cast our votes. In which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I am sorry.
Okay. Didn't think we got him, honestly. We know we got Benedict.
Even still.
Okay.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Alright, so we got Gila, and I think we got Hewitt. Probably Eridor.
I changed my mind.
Okay, we got Hewitt.
I'm with you.
And Eridor.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Okay.
The way forward is decided. We collapse the reservoir and flood the capital, dealing a crippling blow to the enemy forces.
Man, this alternate route is turning out to be pretty dire, huh? We gave up Roland, we had to give up the Roselle, and now we're flooding the capital.
Woo. You will submerge the capital to win the battle. I see. So Wolfort rules with military might. It is a thorny path you tread. Your people will resent you for this.
I know.
It would be unfortunate if you didn't, but that is what it means to rule with might. I must return to Hyzant and see Minister Camsell. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Serenoa. The goddess, the source, iron? The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Nozelia needs to be born anew. Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard-bearer to guide them.
A standard-bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Nozelia.
Our time has come.
House Wolfort and Hyzant join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture. But with the Nozelia River and the Esfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Benedict hatches a plan to break the dam, flood the capital, and use the ensuing chaos to take Whiteholm Castle. Serenoa and the others know that the city will not escape unscathed, but are left with no recourse if they wish to defeat the enemy in one fell swoop. In support of House Wolfort, Hyzant's great army marches forth for the first time since the Salt Iron War.
Waves of Change. Fitting name.
Lady Destra, we finally have the upper hand. The path we tread was not an easy one, but Lord Serenoa persevered and has become a fine leader because of it. Once we reclaim the capital and restore the kingdom to its former glory, we may finally see peace. My job will soon be over. Please, pray for Wolfort's success. What is it, my lord?
I've been searching for you. The soldiers are calling.
About the provisions, I presume. I shall take my leave.
Oh.
This is my mother's grave.
I see.
Benedict visits her in place of her unworthy son. He is a cool-headed man, but undoubtedly more than just that.
But of course.
Frederica, would you visit my mother's grave with me?
Are you certain?
Of course.
Then I would love to.
Alright, news of Wolfort's forces reaches Thalos and the others, who begin planning how they will respond.
General, it appears an army of Hyzantian soldiers has arrived at Castle Wolfort.
No doubt they've come to take Whiteholm from us.
Oh no. Whatever will we do? It looks like they didn't take kindly to Brother's schemes.
Avlora, dispatch an army at once.
There is no need. It is best we await them here. No matter how great an army they possess, they will not fell this stronghold easily. All we need to do is buy time. Once they realize what the Archduke is planning, they will tremble in fear.
That will put Esfrost in the same position as it was during the Salt Iron War, which, need I remind you, we lost.
Things are different than they were 30 years ago. They have no just cause for their actions. You understand, don't you, Your Majesty?
I do. I am the Queen of Glenbrook now. An attack on the capital constitutes treason toward the crown and their kingdom.
The people will not support someone without a cause. Without their backing, Wolfort cannot hope to win.
They don't know that we have Roland, though.
I refuse to acknowledge that pitiful little puppet as queen.
As do I. She disgusts me.
Personal emotions have no place on the battlefield. I cannot entrust anything to such fools, and the Archduke shall know of it.
Ooh. Damn, girl. Yes.
Avlora!
The nerve of that woman.
So the battle against House Wolford begins.
You tell him, Avlora. Damn. Alright, Byzantine reinforcements arrive as the battle to reclaim the Crown City begins.
Minister Serenoa, Minister Camsell and I have brought as many soldiers as we could.
Thank you for bringing reinforcements.
It was you who moved them. There has not been an army this great in Hyzant for 30 years. The Salt Iron War also brought friends and foes together like this. We may have won then, but we had best not get cocky.
Of course. Which is why we have a strategy to ensure our victory.
Minister Exham gave me a brief overview of the plan. Coordination will be the key to our success.
Indeed. Let us go over the plan in detail.
Another war as big as the last. Just how great will the damage be this time?
Pretty damn big, Frederica. Pretty damn big.
Let us reconfirm our strategy. Benedict, if you would.
Our target, Whiteholm Castle, was built upon a sandbar in the Norzelia River. The city, sprawled upon the riverbank, is connected to the castle by a single bridge. The river and town are the greatest obstacles to invading armies.
I am well aware. I could not believe my ears when I heard of Esfrost's invasion.
They used the new mining venture to take us by surprise.
However, the Esfrosti army has solidified its defenses. They will likely spread their forces in front of the bridge.
It is the only path of entry. Geographically speaking, it would be impenetrable.
But we shall use that geography to our advantage. The surrounding river was originally prone to floods. But the kings of old spent years improving the river and created a dam upstream to control its water levels. We plan to explode that dam using your Elfric.
And create a deluge to cleanse the city of Esfrosti soldiers.
Indeed. It is a plan they can neither predict nor defend against. Their entire army will be swept away.
The people will not let you get away with that.
There was once a residence along the riverside for nobles and wealthy merchants. However, it is now occupied by Esfrosti aristocrats and officers.
That should mitigate Glenbrook's casualties.
But there will doubtlessly be deaths. Not to mention the lake is the kingdom's source of water, or so I hear. The price of victory will be the people's deep-seated hatred.
I know. but I'm willing to assume any grudge they would bear.
Your resolve has been duly noted. I shall lend you my strength.
Man, it's such a bad call.
On your signal, we shall enter the city and evacuate as many citizens as we can.
You are a kind man, Minister Canso. But this would incur quite a debt of gratitude. Allow me to lend a hand as well.
Thank you.
Milo, the blast crystal is capable of
It's all just
destroying the dam.
politics for
yes?
them.
Undoubtedly.
Excellent. Then our strategy is settled.
First, you two must put pressure on the capital. I wish for you to draw the attention of the Esfrosti army. We shall head to Telior and set the blast crystal.
It will explode tomorrow at daybreak.
Very well. May the fortunes of war favor us.
Hyzant and Wolffork begin to put their strategies into action. To draw the eye of the Esfrosti forces, the Hyzantian army encircles the crown city of Glenbrook. Meanwhile, Serenoa and the others quietly make their way up the Norzelia River toward Telior, Elfric in tow. Though aware of the risks, they hope exploding the dam will flood the city below and rid it of the Esfrosti forces within.
Okay. Yeah, let's try and do this right now. And then in the next episode, we'll probably be going into the fight.
As Huet reported, there are Esfrosti soldiers here, but not many.
Of course. The lake is a precious water reservoir for the kingdom.
Indeed, which is why House Telior sealed themselves up here.
So now we wait until nightfall to set the blast crystal.
Before that, there are two things we must do. The first is to find a place for it. And the second is to disable the street lamps.
Okay.
You mean those posts?
We have goals.
At night, the lamps draw on the power of rocks called lumistone to glow. We must remove them.
Then we'll split up into two teams. Benedict and Milo, I leave the lake to you. I shall take care of the street lamps.
Very well. Anna, Lord Serenoa's disguise.
It is ready.
To think the young lord capable of such a thing. He is a curious man, isn't he?
God, she's pretty. I want her on the team.
No, he isn't.
I must disable the street lamps before night falls. But you cannot be seen. Your efforts will have been for naught if the posts are repaired before our operation even begins. Understood. I'll make sure no one is in the area before removing the lumistone. Lamps in this here town were made to protect Telior Reservoir. It's where the whole kingdom gets its water. Now, I don't mean to brag, but I was entrusted with looking after these street lamps by the previous lord himself. The lumistones that give them their shine lose their glow after one night, so it's my job to replace them every morning. Okay. Thanks to you, the people here can rest easy at night. You have my respect. And I'm also gonna blow it up. I'm happy to have it. I see a lot of folks out at night going for a stroll or sharing a drink in the lamplight. And there ain't no better place for a drink, I'll tell you that. Teliar's got the best wine in the realm. Open up a bottle and it'll be morning before you know it. But ever since Esfrost arrived, I haven't seen so many people out at night. It's a damn shame. It pains me to have to destroy something this man has taken care of for years. But I must, if we are to reclaim the capital. Okay. Give me that money. Pet that cat. It appears the cat is holding something? Cat Chronicles. Alright, we found a book. This is why you always pet the cat. I had no idea that would happen, honestly. I am pleasantly surprised. I had a fight with my mom, so I can't go home. Do you think she'll forgive me if I say I'm sorry for my pranks? There's a child near that lamp. There would be trouble if he saw me. It constantly feels like the Esfrosty soldiers are breathing down our necks. It makes me miss the days of Lord Silvio's rule. I heard the salt tax has gotten lighter in the Crown City. Still, I can't help but worry. Now I shouldn't complain, let alone to a merchant like you, but I just need someone to listen. Gustadolf controls the capital and Lord Silvio's gone, leaving us no choice but to obey Esfrost. But is it really right for us to just bow our heads to our invaders? They even slayed our king. A lone soldier can only achieve so much. I believe it right to bend the knee so you may live to fight another day. You speak true. I'll suffer the same fate as King Regna if I'm careless. Got a wife and 5 kids at home. I have to survive for them. It's pointless to worry about the politics if it's just going to make me and my family unhappy. Thank you for listening to this poor soldier's woes. I feel much better now. Okay. Oh, hi Milo. Pray be careful not to expose your true self. I scolded my son for his pranks this morning and he ran out of the house. I wonder where he went. Maybe I said too much. The streets are different now that Esfrost is in charge. I just hope he's okay. If you see a little boy all by himself, would you let me know? What did you say? You saw a little boy over there? That must be him. I have to go. No, please stay here and I will bring him to you. I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to make you sad. It's alright, my boy. I'm sorry for yelling. Seems like they've made up. I should be able to disable the street lamp without trouble now. Okay, anything to loot in here? Let's just rob them while we're here. Why not? No, nothing to rob. Okay. Okay, that's one of them. Done. Without the Lumistone, this area will be bathed in darkness. Nice, some quality stuff. What I really need is Superior. Lots and lots of Superior. Okay, we should be able to get this one now. That poor man's gonna get fired. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to do it. The lake is as beautiful as ever. Okay. Anything to loot? Luck amulet. Cool. I didn't even see a shiny. You a traveling merchant of some sort? Well, no funny business, or else we'll have to arrest you on the spot. Yeah, you just need to chill, bro. The dam is on the other side of the watchtower. We will have to sneak in under the cover of darkness, as I suspected. And should anything go wrong, Anna will be with Lady Frederica, so you needn't worry about her. Okay. It's not shiny. Nice. We need those. Sorry, merchant. No entry. Oh. Interesting. Don't get too close to the lake. Okay. Alright, I see a shiny up on that roof. Nice. Okay, we've gotten 2 of them. We need to figure out how to get these guys away from these. Here we go. I must admit, I did not expect them to keep such close watch. I wonder if there might be a way to draw their attention. Say no more, my lord. Allow me to serve as a distraction while you tend the street lamps. Okay. Cool. I saw a suspicious woman loitering behind that house over there. I wasn't sure what to make of it, so leave the rest to me. I shall investigate at once. You needn't be so alarmed. I am but a humble dancer. Be that as it may, I must discern the truth for myself. Why not discern my truth somewhere more private? Very well, if you insist. Oh my. Okay, girl. She's using the sauce. Sorry, merchant, no entry. Will you help me with this one? Dam is on the other side of the watchtower. We'll have to sneak in under the cover of darkness, as I suspected, okay? You must be exhausted from all your hard work. Allow me to dance for you. I've been told the effects are quite stimulating. No, I couldn't possibly accept such an offer. I'm still on the job after all. Okay, that just goes the same way each time. Cool. You gotta be shitting me. The guy that I looked up said that you can't disable this last one. So that's unacceptable writing in my opinion then. That's unacceptable. I'm actually pretty mad about that. I'm mad. That was stupid. They make a huge point about it, and then
Constable
you can't even get that last
reporting
one.
For duty. S-Frost has sent me to help patrol the area.
Alright, fuck you, game.
Welcome, Constable. If you don't mind my asking, what brings an officer to this lake?
I can't say for sure. I'm merely obeying orders.
There are more guards than before.
That doesn't mean they are keen to our plan. Stick to the strategy.
In this route, this is the first time we're meeting Cycrus. We haven't encountered him yet. Alright, and with that, we're going to end this episode. So, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a good one, everybody. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, 7th Son, Louis D, Ivan K, Len, HLLJ, Knife Namaste, Caleb Adkins, and Jordan and Emily Hill. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.